Most people spend their lives searching for motivation, waiting for confidence, hoping for the perfect moment. But the truth is simple. Discipline creates a life that motivation never could. One decision, one action, one promise kept to yourself at a time. Welcome to the psychology of self-discipline. What if the feeling you are waiting for never comes? What if success belongs to the people who start before they feel ready? Chapter 1. Stop waiting to feel ready. There's a lie that keeps millions of people trapped. A lie so common that most people never question it. The lie is this: I'll start when I'm ready. I'll start the business when I feel more confident. I'll go to the gym when I feel more motivated. I'll apply for the job when I feel more qualified. I'll speak up when I feel less afraid. I'll change my life when the timing is perfect. But here's the truth. You will never feel ready. Not completely, not perfectly, not the way you imagine. And that's exactly why so many people spend years standing still. They are waiting for a feeling that never arrives. They are waiting for certainty in a world that offers none. They are waiting for confidence before action, when in reality, confidence comes from action. That's the key. Most people have the process backward. They believe confidence creates action. The disciplined person understands that action creates confidence. Move first, feel later. Move first, feel later. Move first, feel later. That single principle can change your entire life. Look at the people you admire, the entrepreneur who built a successful company. Do you think they felt completely ready when they started? Of course not. They had doubts. They had fears. They had unanswered questions. But they acted anyway. They moved first. The confidence came later. Look at the athlete who competes at the highest level. Do you think they wake up every day feeling motivated? No. Some days they are tired. Some days they are discouraged. Some days they want to quit. But they train anyway. Because discipline does not ask, how do I feel? Discipline asks, what needs to be done? That's the difference. The professional who earns promotions, the writer who finishes books, the artist who develops mastery, the leader who earns respect. None of them waited to feel ready. They acted before they felt ready. And because they acted, they became ready. You have a choice. You can spend your life preparing, or you can spend your life progressing. Those are not the same thing. Many people confuse preparation with progress. They watch another video, read another book, take another course, create another plan, gather more information, and tell themselves they're moving forward. But deep down, they know the truth. They're hiding, they're delaying, they're avoiding the discomfort of action, because action is where uncertainty lives. Action is where mistakes happen. Action is where judgment becomes possible. And that scares people. But you need to understand something important. Every expert was once a beginner. Every master was once inexperienced. Every successful person was once uncertain. Nobody starts ready. Nobody. The people who change their lives are simply willing to start before they feel prepared. That's the key. Now let's talk about hesitation. Because hesitation is not harmless. Hesitation is expensive. Every time you delay action, you strengthen a dangerous pattern. You teach your brain that fear should be obeyed. You teach yourself that discomfort means stop. You teach yourself that uncertainty is a threat. And the more you repeat that lesson, the stronger it becomes. Delay feeds doubt. Delay feeds doubt. Delay feeds doubt. Think about that. The longer you wait to make a phone call, the harder it becomes. The longer you wait to start a project, the more overwhelming it feels. The longer you avoid a difficult conversation, the more intimidating it appears. Time does not weaken fear. In many cases, time strengthens it, because your imagination gets involved. Your mind starts creating stories. What if I fail? What if they reject me? What if I'm not good enough? What if I embarrass myself? What if it doesn't work? Soon you're not fighting reality. You're fighting imaginary problems, problems that don't even exist yet. And while you're busy imagining failure, disciplined people are busy creating progress, not because they're fearless, because they act despite fear. That distinction matters. Many people believe discipline means becoming fearless. That's wrong. Discipline means becoming bigger than your fear. Fear can exist, doubt can exist, uncertainty can exist. You move anyway, move first, feel later. That is the mindset. Consider the first day at a new job. Nobody feels completely comfortable. Consider the first workout after years of inactivity. Nobody feels completely confident. Consider the first speech, the first business launch, the first difficult conversation. Nobody feels fully prepared. The people who succeed aren't special. They simply refuse to wait. And here's something most people never realize. The action itself often destroys the fear, not before, during. The workout feels impossible before you start. Then you begin. The conversation feels terrifying before you speak. Then you start talking. The project feels overwhelming before you begin. Then momentum takes over. The fear was guarding the door, but once you walked through the door, it lost much of its power. That's why action is so important. Action creates evidence. Evidence creates confidence. Confidence creates momentum. Momentum creates results. But it all begins with action, not feelings, not motivation, not perfect timing. Action. You don't need their permission. You don't need universal approval. You don't need guarantees. You don't need certainty. You need movement. One step, one decision, one action. That's all. People often ask, what if I fail? The better question is this: what happens if I never start? Failure teaches. Failure develops skill. Failure creates experience. Failure builds resilience. But hesitation creates nothing. Waiting creates nothing. Avoidance creates nothing. Years can disappear that way. Entire dreams can disappear that way. Not because someone lacked talent, not because someone lacked intelligence, not because someone lacked opportunity, because they waited and waited and waited for confidence, for motivation, for the perfect moment. The moment never came. You have a choice. You can continue worshiping readiness, or you can start practicing discipline, because discipline understands a powerful truth. Action comes first. Feelings come later. Results come last. That is the order, not the other way around. It's not about confidence. It's about discipline. It's not about motivation. It's about discipline. It's not about certainty. It's about discipline. That's the key. Every day presents the same challenge. Will you act or will you wait? Will you move or will you hesitate? Will you build momentum or will you feed doubt? Remember this lesson. Move first. Feel later, because every day you delay, fear grows stronger. Every day you act, you grow stronger. And discipline always belongs to the person who moves. You stopped waiting for readiness. You learned that confidence follows action. You learned that delay feeds doubt. Now it's time to confront the next obstacle standing between you and the disciplined life. The obstacle living inside your own mind. Coming next week. Chapter 2, Your Brain is Lying to You. Stay tuned.